Hello there, and welcome back to the Cinema Asylum Podcast Review Board. Today we're going to be discussing Acolyte Season 1. My name's Dylan. I'm one of the two superhero and sci-fi experts.
I'm Matthew, the other superhero and sci-fi expert, the better-looking one.
Not as smart, though.
And I am John Thompson. I am the action and animation expert. So, before we do get this review started, we do respect anyone's feelings on an actual TV show, especially that's something but Star Wars, but we don't accept hatred comments, so please be respectful in the comment section. Just give us your honesty. Did you like the show, or did you hate the show? No more of this Disney World Star Wars crap. We don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
Be respectful to others, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Be respectful to the others.
We don't want any hate in our comment section towards other people.
Absolutely. So, let's get started with the Acolyte show. I've been looking forward to being finally back with doing a Star Wars review finally.
Hello. First off, spoilers.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Spoilers, of course.
This is only 24 hours later.
Yeah.
This episode will be up within 48 hours.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
I told you guys in the chat that I was really hoping to be there for the Acolyte episode. I'm so happy that I get to be part of this review. So this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I've been itching to talk about
I'm sure
this.
you have.
Holy crap.
It's like spiders all over your skin.
Yeah, seriously.
Except it's not real spiders, thank God.
Before we get started, this episode is sponsored by Dylan as a nerd.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Because he loves everything Star Wars.
Through and through. I am a shill. I'm proud to admit it.
All right, guys. So, what do we think of it?
Yeah, what do you guys think?
Oh, boy.
Yeah, you first.
Okay.
Yeah, you first.
Yeah.
So,
It's respectable that we let him go first.
Yeah.
I did like it.
Okay.
I do think it is one of the weakest Star Wars properties, though.
Properties or shows?
Like shows and movies.
Why do you think that?
First off, the standout is the lightsaber action.
Yes,
The
100%.
fight
Absolutely.
scenes are 100% the top tier of the show.
Yeah.
I like the overall horror mystery element because at first they said it was going to be horror and then they kind of backed off on it. But 4 and 5 delivered on the horror.
Yes.
The end of 4 and 5. That was great. I do like the villain.
Yeah,
Corner
the
or
stranger.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. I love the helmet. It looks so creepy.
Yeah, that's great. I called him Darth Teefs all season.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he could have been related to Darth Vader with that helmet like that.
Well, I just one thing of the fandom is that everybody was everybody who was a fan of like a certain character got their certain like little sect of the fandom of the show.
Yeah.
So for like Yord, there was the Yord Horde, there was Jackie Jan, there was Soul Patrol, which I belong to. There was Basil Brigade.
Yeah.
And the one for the stranger was what was it? It was the Cavity Cavalry. I was like, that's great.
Cavity
I was like, that's
Cowboy.
amazing.
Okay.
But yeah, Soul is the real gangster of the show. He
Yes,
was 100% my
yeah.
favorite character.
Yeah, Lee Jung Jae killed it.
He was great. For me, the writing was the weakest.
Yeah, that's a complaint that I've seen.
It was definitely the weakest. Cinematography was really good and really sketchy at some points.
Okay.
It was a toss up. Like, I don't know. I'm not as into it as you are. They might have used different camera operators for different episodes.
They could have.
Some episodes look better than others.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would rank it above Solo and above Book of Boba Fett, but it's third from the bottom for me overall.
Okay.
But it had some of the best standout moments. Like the lightsaber content was some of the best in Star Wars.
Yeah,
It might be the
it's been
best.
amazing.
Yeah, it might be the best, especially that last episode. And then obviously we got some stuff, which we'll discuss later.
Yeah.
After that last episode.
Oh man, I was screaming at that one specific thing in the finale.
The one we were talking about in the chat. That wasn't what it turned out to be.
Yes, that thing. Yes, I was screaming about that.
We'll discuss that later. But yeah, the lightsaber stuff is like, this might be the best in all of on-screen Star Wars. We got Carrie Ann Moss.
Yeah, which is always a pro.
You could tell she brought the Matrix with her.
Yeah, well, that's actually really funny.
They mentioned that.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was the coordinator or what, but one of the main people behind the stunts, he was like, yeah, one of my earliest thing was like I was making Matrix fan films.
Yeah.
He's like, so this is a full circle moment for me. He's like to be able to be asked by Leslie Headland to incorporate kind of ideas and vibes from certain choreography in Matrix and films like it.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the Matrix in it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
it was amazing. I love that. No, the fight choreography, absolutely shining
I think
star.
that's the thing all three of us can agree on is the best.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Totally, yeah.
But yeah, I am surprised how brutal it was.
Really?
Yeah. One scene in particular. Should I go into it a little bit right now?
Let's avoid the finale stuff
No,
right now.
episode 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
When Jackie dies.
Yeah, yeah.
And like you see her get stabbed multiple times in the chest with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty brutal for Star Wars being on screen.
It is. It is.
Like
Yeah.
I know some of the stuff from the especially the Legends books gets dark.
Yeah.
But like this is probably the most brutal thing we've seen on screen.
I definitely agree. Because I mean, they did a cutaway. Like I think the
And Andor, there's a headshot, but you don't see it. You see
yes,
the gun.
yeah.
But it is one of the more graphic things we've seen.
We've always had cutaways, is the thing.
And that there was no. It was partially cut away.
Yeah.
They showed it from the back, but you still see the gaping holes in her back.
Well, like you saw that from the back. Going a little further past that, when Kamir snaps Yord's neck.
Yeah.
Like that was brutal. Like that was full on screen. Like that was.
Yeah. And I think there was a throat slash somewhere in there too.
So episode 5, there was the Jedi Kebab, where at the end of the Jedi Kebab, he cut their heads off.
Okay.
He cut somebody in half shortly before that, and then there was 3-hole punch Jackie and broken vertebrae Yord.
Who was Daphne Keene, who played X-23.
Yes.
In Logan.
Yeah, a lot of people were surprised watching this show and finding out through the show that she's 19.
Yeah.
And
I think she's still playing like a young kid though, like a 14-year-old.
No, not in this.
Oh,
No, she's roughly 18 or 19 in this, from what I've seen.
Okay, I thought she was playing like a young teen in this.
See, that's what I thought too. But then a lot of people that I follow they're out. They cry out against age gap differences and stuff like that.
Okay.
And so I think that they would have been calling something out because the beginning of 4, OSHA's about to leave. Like they found out that May is still alive. They reported it back. OSHA does not have to be there anymore. She has to leave, or she's choosing to leave. And so she's talking to Jackie at the very beginning of it, and she goes, "Don't tell me you're going to miss me." And Jackie's reaction to it, the way that Daphne portrayed it, and the way that it was agreed upon of like the characters' motivations, was that Jackie had a crush on OSHA.
Okay.
So people were shipping OSHA and Jackie together.
I had no clue.
And like I could see it. Like I give into it a little bit, especially with later lines from Kamir in episode 6. No, I bought into it, but a lot of these people cry out against like quote unquote weird, like I don't want to say the word, relationships.
Yeah.
But
Let's say creepy relationships.
Yeah, very creepy.
Yeah.
But OSHA's 24 in this.
Yeah.
So I think the fact that these people that cry out against that kind of thing and call it out, the fact that they were super okay with it makes me think that she was at least 18, if not 19. I think that she was very close to the actress's actual age.
The one thing I will say, and then I'll let you guys jump in a little bit. I told you kind of before, Yord was in something else.
Yeah.
That was major. He played John Diggle Jr. in Arrow.
Shit, really?
Yes.
I didn't make it that far.
Okay, yeah. I knew I recognized him from somewhere. Yeah, he was John Diggle's son in Arrow. In the future,
Holy shit.
In the future flashes.
Was that the one where
It's like season 7, I believe.
Okay, then it's not what I'm thinking of. Because I could have sworn that there was a version of, or there's a future version in Arrow where
There was one in Legends too,
it might have been the Legends one.
where they went forward to 2046.
Yeah, like Oliver's arm was chopped off and
That
everything.
was Legends.
Okay, yeah,
No,
all right.
this was Arrow season 7, I believe,
Huh.
because he was in like 5 episodes.
Yeah, I never made it that far. That was
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, I'll let you guys jump in a little bit now.
Okay, this is a weird one because before I even watched the show, it was on the group chat. There was this percentage audience
14%.
difference between the holiday special and the Acolyte TV show. So then when I saw the review by I was just thinking to myself, fans, why are you doing this again? Why are we doing this again? So then I got into the show, and I was waiting for something that would tick me off. I was waiting for something to see if the fans actually were at least right the first time, that something was going to tick me off. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Because personally, I loved it. I thought the show was great.
Yeah.
Now, do I think that it's better than Ahsoka, the first two of the Mandalorian shows? No, not quite. Definitely much better than the Book of Boba Fett. I'll tell you that.
I was gonna say it's not even close to the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian.
No, I mean I like season 3, but for some reason season 3, I haven't thought about it much. But I digress.
Yeah, I haven't really watched it. So I can't really,
but yeah, I like it better than the Book of Boba Fett. Here's something that might be a hot take. I might like it a little bit more than Andor.
Really?
I do, because I like Andor. I like the show a lot. But I like to see more lightsaber stuff.
Okay, yeah. So it's more up that kind of alley. For
Right,
you.
and I like Prison Break stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm in for the lightsaber and action stuff.
I know we
get
said
you.
no hatred at the beginning of the episode, but there's about to be violence.
Oh,
That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. I never said I dislike Andor. It's a
You
great.
better not dislike Andor.
It's a great show. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. But I just like seeing lightsaber stuff and
Yeah, no, that's fine.
the Acolyte. I really thought the stories. I thought they handled it really well. Now, at first, I thought it was kind of weird that in episode 3 they were showing when the twins were younger, and then they sort of showed it again with episode 7. But watching it, I was thinking, now I kind of understand because it's building up why this is happening and why it actually happened. Because I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure the one complaint that people are going to say, episode 3 should have been episode 1, or episode 7 should have been episode 2. Guys, I'm sorry, but you have to understand. They build up.
Flashbacks are a thing. It's been a thing for years.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. I mean, flashbacks are necessary, depending on what kind of stories you're going to talk about. So it makes sense to do that. So I got used to it, which I'll tell you, which we won't get into spoilers yet. But I did not expect.
We're already past spoilers.
Yeah, no, we're
Oh,
through
okay,
it, yeah.
okay.
Go
okay,
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. But in episode 7, the guy that pretty much saved the other twin sister, I did not expect him to be the villain. I did not see that coming at
Soul?
all. Yeah, I thought he was a nice guy, but
Well,
then
I mean, he was.
yeah,
There's explanations for why he did what he did.
yeah,
I'm
but
not going to say he didn't fuck up, but
No.
right, but
This isn't Superman. Like,
yeah, but
it was hard.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but seriously, just killing their mother, like good God,
yeah.
that's brutal.
think of it like comic standards. Nobody will ever live up to Superman. Flash is a great guy, but even he screws up sometimes.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, but
Nobody's perfect like
yeah,
Superman.
but man, that was brutal. And I could definitely say, I'll tell you this: my favorite episodes were episodes 5 and 8. Those were my two
Okay,
favorite
yeah,
episodes.
yeah.
Episode 5, yeah, fantastic lightsaber sequence. I was thinking, I was already digging the first 4 episodes, but then episode 5, I was really digging it. I was really liking
At
it.
the end of 4, when it turned into a horror movie.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
yeah.
good.
But I was liking what I was seeing. But yeah, but episode 8, holy crap! Like, I was really liking what I was seeing. But episode 8, it topped it off for me.
Yeah.
Like, and that cameo, dude.
Hold on.
Yeah,
the
we'll get to
cameo.
we'll get to that
We'll
later.
to it in a
But I
minute.
was just but this is my great. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I can see why you said that you were ready for season 2.
Yeah,
I can
was
see why.
Screaming. I
Yeah.
was so pumped.
as we started talking a little bit about episode 8, I want to say this real quick as a disclaimer. Well, not a disclaimer. This is a call out. We're gonna start calling out these news sites. Give it at least 24 hours before you start posting stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So there is no reason why a official outlet should be posting spoilers within the first 48 hours.
Yeah.
No reason. Wait 3 fucking days for a reason.
I will not say what outlet. They were posting multiple articles.
It's probably Screen Rant.
That's
what my bet would be.
They were posting like, "You'll never guess this major Sith character cameo," and then, or like this major Star Wars universe cameo, and then in the article, like thumbnail, posting the actual image.
Yeah, no, it's bullshit. It really. My entire thing is, and I'm addicted to Twitter. Figures. Anybody that's been following us, been following me, they know I'm addicted to Twitter. But like one debate topic, at least in the Star Wars fandom, I know that carries over everywhere else too. It applies to everything. But seeing it in Star Wars, I don't have an issue if people are tweeting spoilers. But one, make sure you're appropriately tagging it.
Yes.
People mute hashtags for this shit. That way they can be online but not be spoiled.
Yes.
Tag your stuff. 1. 2, when you fucking post an image, mark it as a spoiler. That way people don't just see it going by their fucking timeline.
There is no freaking reason an official news outlet should be posting major season finale spoilers.
No.
Right.
No.
20 minutes after the episode ends.
They want to be first. That's all it is. And it's so fucking stupid.
It is. We're getting off topic real quick. I just wanted to mention that. But one more thing, and then John can go back to what he was saying. As you said about posting images, I've told you guys this before. I'll bring it up again. I've seen stuff before movies have even dropped.
Yeah.
From people going to the New York screening or whatever.
Yeah.
Batman versus Superman. I seen the "If you seek his monument, look around you" screenshot 3 days before it hit actual theaters.
Yeah.
And people weren't posting anything else. They just posted the image. So all of a sudden you see it. I mean, given I knew it was going to happen. You show Doomsday in the trailer, you know what's going to happen if you're a DC fan.
Yeah.
But still, I seen Mr. Fantastic, John Krasinski. I seen someone post a YouTube video 2 days before it hit the theater. Yeah,
Multiverse of Madness was real bad.
Yeah.
They didn't lock that stuff down tight enough.
No, but stop doing that, really.
It's super annoying.
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what were you saying, John?
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, but that did get to another thing. When people, if they're posting something like this, like a news site or even on YouTube and stuff, they're saying, "Here, I'm going to spoil what actually happened in the Acolyte, so that way you don't have to watch it because this show sucks." Which, by the way, people, I hate repeating myself, but may I ask, can we please stop with the whole thing about prequels is now great now? Can we stop with that? Look, I like the prequels. Don't get me wrong. But every single time when I keep hearing people saying, "Oh, well, you got to understand that this is the OG Star Wars. This is not OG Star Wars." All Star Wars are the same. They're all the same. They're just different stories.
The thing about the prequels being more loved now is, I believe it. No, they are being more appreciated now, and part of the reason why it's that way is because people who grew up with it, Matthew and I being examples,
right?
People who grew up with it are online now, and they're the ones who are helping fuel the fire of the fandom. They're what's helping carry it through. So I definitely understand why there's more love on it. But we really gotta stop speaking like they're the fucking gold standard for Star Wars.
Yes, exactly.
I'll defend Attack of the Clones. I fucking love Revenge of the Sith. I'll even go to bat for Phantom Menace, even though it's my least favorite Star Wars movie.
Right.
But man, they're not perfect movies.
No,
they're
not.
just as flawed as the sequel trilogy.
Right.
They're just as flawed as what we get now. They're just as flawed as the original trilogy.
Right.
The original trilogy isn't perfect either.
But here's my biggest fear. The review bombing, it's going to be the same thing with the Mandalorian Grogu movie. I'm so worried that's what's going to happen. Because, I mean, personally, I don't like the idea of turning it into a film, honestly. I personally don't think it's a good idea, but I'm going to go see it. But I'm not going to be one of those crybabies that's going to say, I'm not going to watch it because it doesn't make any sense. If you're a true Star Wars fan, go see it. Go watch it.
Yeah, like, give it a
simple.
shot. Like, you fucking love this franchise enough to call yourself
Yeah.
a fan.
And-
Give
and-
it a shot.
Yeah,
And you don't have to like every single thing to be a true fan.
exactly.
But go in
Right.
with an open mind at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, don't... My entire thing about like, going to see a movie
Yeah.
is I don't look at other people's reviews.
No.
Like, I don't look at Rotten Tomatoes. First of all, Rotten Tomatoes is rigged.
Yes.
They are. Absolutely the rigged, yeah.
Secondly, if you go in with somebody else's words in your ear,
Preconceived notions.
preconceived notions, you have expectations for it, and if either it meets those expectations or falls short, like, you're gonna be let down.
Right.
Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, go make your own opinion.
Even we
Stop
don't-
listening to other people.
Even in our podcast.
Yeah.
Even we don't have infallible views. We're here to tell you our opinions.
Yeah.
Go make your own opinion though. Listen to us if you want to be informed on some of the stuff, but
Yeah.
still make your own opinion. Like,
Yeah, like, another
our word
person's...
is not bond.
Exactly. Like, stop taking other people... Like,
We got to word this right because we don't want to lose ourselves. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so...
Star Wars fans, they're so hard to please. That's all I can tell you. They're so hard
every
to please.
group is hard to please though lately.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this a little bit more, but I want to make sure that John gets his opinions out.
Yes.
Because there was something that really messed with both me and the fandom as a whole throughout this entire show.
Okay.
Okay, so John, keep going.
Okay. Well, yeah, but yeah, I really enjoyed the show. I really enjoyed it. The review bombing, go screw yourselves. That has got to go. Just give it a show a chance. I know we're already spoiling the show, but that's another thing. If you want to give the show a chance, but it says spoilers, why did you even click on this video to begin
Right.
with? But I digress. Just look at spoiler free. That's a good idea. But if you take my personal feelings, I thought it was great. I enjoyed it. I want to see a season 2. No matter if anybody else doesn't want a season 2 or not. So we're probably going to get one anyway. But I enjoyed it. I really liked it a lot.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was really good. It's... I'm going to say that this is my favorite Star Wars live-action show that we've gotten.
Whoa.
I'm not going to say it's the best.
Right.
It's flawed.
It's your personal favorite.
Yeah, it's personal favorite. If
Right.
I had to say, if I had to like list other seasons that, or if I had to rank this amongst other seasons of live action Star Wars shows, this would be about midway point. I think that's about a good placement for it.
Right.
But no, I personally, this is my favorite. Like, Ahsoka was my favorite before this.
Absolutely.
I loved Ahsoka.
I'm still on the first 2 Mando seasons.
Well, the first, it's hard to beat those first 2 Mando seasons.
And
They're
Andor
really
season
good.
1, yeah.
Well, and Andor, obviously. No, the one thing that I walked away with this was, and like I didn't fully, because I've watched it twice. I watched it last night live, and I watched it today, shortly before I came here.
Nice.
And we got I almost forgot. We got a Wookiee Jedi finally.
Yeah, Kanaka.
Yes.
Well, we got a live action
Well, that's what
Wookiee
I'm saying,
Jedi. Yeah. I I remember when they were releasing a bunch of the promo stills and everything of everybody. Discussing Film tweeted out first look at Wookiee Jedi, but he'd been named at that point. It like that day it was dropped. His name's Kanaka, but Acolyte takes place 100 years after the High Republic franchise. That's what this is. This is the tail end of it. This is like the fall of the Jedi. That's
I believe
where
it's
we're
100
beginning.
years before the Phantom Menace, right?
Yes, that's something that I want to talk about because I do think that it's like 132 BBY. I think that's when Acolyte takes place. But there's some wording in the opening crawl in the very first episode that I thought was really interesting.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
we'll talk about it. Just
remember.
remind me. No, with me having read the High Republic books, I saw that there was a Wookiee Jedi in Acolyte, and in the High Republic, that's when we got one of our first Wookiee Jedi, confirmed Wookiee Jedi. The very first one was Gungi, I think, in the Clone Wars, later in the Bad Batch. But the Wookiee in the High Republic is crap. I'm spacing on his name.
I've never heard of a Wookiee named Crap.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rare. Oh, right. Buryaga Agabur is the name of the Wookiee Jedi in the High Republic.
Kind of sounds like Baba Yaga.
Yeah, right. It gives that vibe. But when they were releasing promo stills, I remember retweeting discussing film when they were like, first look at the Wookiee Jedi. I was like, put some respect on my man Buryaga's name. How dare you? And like 2 tweets later, I saw somebody that was like, introducing Kelnaka, the first live action Wookiee Jedi. I was like, wait, hold on. Yeah. I was like, hold on. I got that wrong. Second of all, where's Buryaga? I'm worried about.
Yes.
I was like, this man should be alive. He was only like 200 in the books in the High Republic.
My man got turned into Wookiee steak.
Yeah. Well, like I hadn't finished phase 1 at that point, and like spoilers for the end of phase 1. It appears that Buryaga dies in like one of the final books of it.
So yeah, someone wants some Wookiee steak.
Well, I hadn't seen that yet. I hadn't read that book yet. So like I went through this entire cycle of emotions in like 10 minutes because I was like, hold on, if this is Kelnaka, not Buryaga, what the fuck happened to Buryaga? So
Yeah.
like I went to Wikipedia. Which there was something that happened with Wikipedia that I'm not going to mention here.
Wikipedia, okay.
Dude, there was some drama that went on with it. But in case you don't know what Wikipedia is, it's a fan site. It's like a collect, yeah, basically.
Of course,
And it's like completely fan run, and they do both Legends and canon. It's a great resource.
They'll make a good Christmas song. Wookiees roasting on an open.
I love the name too. Wikipedia.
For a second, that's where Buryaga was looking because he, quote unquote, died on a giant ship that basically fell from orbit and blew up. Yeah. It wasn't confirmed that he died. I don't know if he's popped up since then. They're on phase 3 right now.
Live reaction of Star Wars Holiday Special coming soon. God help us.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Oh man. But anyway.
Well, if you smell burnt fur, you know it was.
Well, I know where Bubba got some of his pelts.
But yeah, I forgot to mention it was so cool seeing the Wookiees. It was so cool.
It was great.
I love it.
The guy who played Kelnaka. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce his name. Jonas Sotomo. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Also, if I butchered Lee Jung Jae's name too. I probably am not so great on that pronunciation. But
We're
Jonas
not good at pronouncing names here.
Yeah. Yeah, Lord knows I struggle. Jonas played Chewbacca in Solo and in Tross. I think he did it in Last Jedi too. I can't remember when Peter passed.
Yeah.
Well,
Peter was like in a wheelchair for a while too, I believe.
Well, Peter came back for the role for Force Awakens.
Okay.
So that's just the reason why I don't know where the transition was. I don't remember.
Yeah. Right.
I'm pretty sure that Peter was still here for Last Jedi, and that it was Tross where Jonas had to take over.
Okay.
For reasons. But he actually did all of his own stunts. They couldn't find a stunt choreographer to be in the Wookiee suit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So he had to train a lot harder, and they had to make special suits for him too. That way, during all the physical aspects of the role, he wouldn't be like drenching the suit or like die of heat stroke or anything like that.
Let the Wookiee win.
Yeah. Okay. I want to talk about episode 7 because talking about Kanaka has led to this. One thing that people were speculating all the way up until episode 7 was the fight between Kilnaka and Torben, because a lot of the way that it's like spliced together in the trailer, it doesn't look like it's 2 separate episodes. So we have the shot of Torben where his eyes are fully black because of the witch magic, and then there's a scene where Kilnaka's coming down with the fury of 1,000 Wookiees behind his lightsaber blade.
Were these Night Sisters?
These weren't Night Sisters, but they are witches.
Okay.
They might be derived from Night Sisters. I don't think that's been confirmed or denied. But they're I think one of the witches survived, and it was Mother Coral. And based on the comments that Leslie Headland has made, Mother Coral is going to Dathomir to join the Night Sisters after this season. Or after what happened. That's what she did.
If Disney gives us season 2.
I think we're getting it. A lot of people are expecting it to be D23.
Okay.
But Star Wars tweeted out season finale. Or join in for the season finale. Disney Plus says season finale. So I don't think that they've announced the renewal just yet because of D23. Okay. That's what the consensus seems to be.
Because when we talk about it later, with that thing in 8, oh man,
there's going to be a lot to talk about for season 2. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get that when you're done. Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited about D23. I can't wait to see like the new thing that's coming very soon for Disney.
It's going to be great. I hope there's an update on the Lando movie.
Yeah.
I really want something for that.
And hopefully about the Phineas and Ferb revival. Come on, let's go. But anyway.
As long as there's no update on Solo 2.
# make Solo 2 happen.
Matthew, shut up. The Solo is great, so shut up.
But anyway, a lot of people were like, "Oh man, it's crazy how Kanaka is going to try to kill Torben, in order to prevent Torben from doing something messed up." And I was like, the entire time that leading up to this, seeing that kind of stuff, I was like, "What the hell are you guys talking about?" It's like, why do you think that they're going to choose the 15-year-old human over the 200-year-old Wookiee?
Exactly, right?
Like,
death by 1,000 Wookiees.
Yeah, like I just, it's like it's a no-brainer. They're gonna go with the what they call Chewbacca the muscle because he's a fucking Wookiee. Like, obviously they have some natural strength.
I mean, the Wookiee's going to win the wrestling match. I mean, the Wookiee's going to win.
Like, it's like they would have had to be stupid to be like, oh yeah, let's go with the 14-year-old.
Right.
No, like go with the dude who can lift entire boulders with his bare hands. Not even the Force.
It's not even a case of let the Wookiee win either.
It's
the
not.
Gonna win.
Yeah.
And I would have said, good effort, kid, but the professional is always the winner.
Well, I mean, it's just like, first of all, Torben was badass in that episode.
That's true.
He did. The actor who I recognize the actor from Game of Thrones. He was one of the Baratheon bastards. Yeah, Baratheon bastards, quote unquote. Okay. Jaime Lannister's kid. One of his. I'm not going to make any jokes. No, sorry. Yeah. That'll get me off topic, and you guys won't get it.
I was going to say is bad writing, bad dialogue. What bad writing, bad dialogue?
Yeah, okay.
I like what I was seeing.
Hold on. Torben was badass in this. It plays into the lightsaber choreography. You guys already mentioned that. It was fucking amazing. I honestly just the choreography in general. I really love the blocking. I just want to get some like general stuff out of the way. Yeah. I really like the blocking. I liked One thing I like that they're doing in Star Wars now is that they're incorporating. This is such a massive lane change from where I was going with my point. One thing that I like is that they're incorporating real quote unquote lightsabers. So before it used to just be basically like a fencing rod that came out of the hilt, and that's what they fought with. So they would have to add in the glow and everything later, and looking back on stuff, it didn't look right. If you look, I rewatched the prequels this weekend, and I rewatched Attack the Clones, and in it, you see the glow from Yoda's lightsaber when he ignites it to fight Dooku at the end. But you don't see the red glow on Christopher Lee when he ignites his lightsaber. Now, we're having those glows because people are using dueling lightsabers to shoot these scenes. And it's so fucking cool.
Wait, like the stuff you have?
Yes. Oh, well, I mean, not exactly what I have, but actual dueling stuff.
Yeah.
They're using heavy duty stuff. That's what they're.
But what they actually sell that you could buy now.
Yeah, basically, yeah. They're giant glow rods. That's what they are. I love it. I think that's awesome that they're utilizing it. Because one of the people that one of the comments that I kept seeing made was the hilts are super thick in this. All of them are super thick. There's very few ones where it has a bottlenecked emitter.
Yeah.
Kind of like Luke's and Obi-Wan's.
Yeah, I was gonna say some of them were really flimsy back in the day.
Yeah. They
just
were
look
just
cheap almost.
Yeah, well, because they were they
Yeah.
were using whatever they had.
Yeah.
No, these are fully functional. That was one of the things with Ahsoka's in Mandalorian season 2 was they didn't know how to do that right because they had to incorporate all the electronics, and by the time that they got it exactly how they wanted, it was too bulky.
Yeah.
And so these look bulky because of for the same reason.
Okay.
Right.
But no, I love it. That's something that I'm really glad that Star Wars shows are doing now. I fucking called Khmer being the Sith. I called that shit. People were going back and forth. I tried to tell you guys to stay away from the Star Wars community before watching this for a reason.
And I still haven't seen them yet.
Good.
I thought I'd seen that I was kind of thinking he was at first, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Well, people were going back and forth on it because a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's obviously him." But as the show continued on, they were like, "Oh no, it's too obvious."
I did have May and Osha both being alive within the first 5 minutes. As soon as they first showed Osha, I was like, these are two different people.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. I only found out that they were two different people right before the show aired.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know that.
Well, in the trailer, they don't show the two of them facing off at any point.
Right, exactly.
So, and they actually don't really face off at all.
Smart marketing.
Yeah,
Smart marketing.
no, the trailers did the show amazingly.
Absolutely.
They did beautiful
did.
work with it.
Yeah.
It was great.
I was already loving the trailer, and I was already excited for the show when I saw it. So
Yeah, I was super happy. But I remember. I'll get back on track. But I remember they released 2 weeks before, or a week and a half before, or something like that. Before the first two episodes dropped, Phantom Menace was in theaters. And if you stuck around throughout the end of Phantom Menace, you got a clip from the first episode where it was the fight between Master Endara and May.
Okay.
It was edited down, it made it look like May left.
Yeah.
That's where they left off. Endara didn't die in the clip.
interesting.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah. There were 6 other people in the theater with me. And yeah, there were 6 other people in the theater with me. Right before the clip started, everybody else had left except for somebody that was 4 or 5 seats down from me. After a minute and a half, she got up and left. So I was the only fucking person. But I distinctly remember them being "Oh, I'm not gonna look at this Disney shit." It's why? I get it. If you don't want to check it out, but this is an opportunity to see if you would like it, because it's hard to tell from a trailer if you will like something or not.
We're gonna be discussing this kind of thing a little bit more on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're doing our, for those of you who don't know, My Adventures with Superman is on next Sunday, and we're getting the same kind of crap with Superman.
Are we?
Yeah,
I'm staying out of superhero discourse.
Not
It's
My
hard.
Adventures with Superman, but
Just in
Superman
general?
versus Man of Steel.
Okay, yeah.
There's so much crap getting put out about Superman because it's not Man of Steel and Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking a little bit about that on Sunday.
Okay. Yeah, a lot to fucking talk about there. Holy crap.
Yeah. But yeah, you were saying? Sorry.
No,
I've
it's
derailed
fine.
you guys a couple times.
I've derailed myself like 6 times at this point. I have yet to get back on track. So
The train is off the tracks completely.
yeah, it's that deja vu meme, but repeatedly. I keep looping different.
Even though we're
tracks.
still talking about the show, so
Yeah,
there
yeah.
you go.
I just like I remember that, and I was glued to my seat. I was like, or I wasn't like I was on the very edge. I was super happy. I had like the biggest like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Instead of Groundhog Day, is it Pork Day?
You know what? It might be. It might be.
Yes, horse all the way. Yes.
That was one.
We should save that. That could be a new meme, Pork Day.
It's the day. It's the day after Groundhog Day. That's where we're reserving it.
No, it's the intergalactic Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
True.
Hey. We gotta get this meme made before this episode drops, so we claim it before someone else does.
It's ours.
Someone make it tonight.
But yeah, but personally, yeah, I really like the kid twins. I thought their acting was great.
They did really well.
They did.
A piece of I tried to stay out of discourse for the show during all this because figures there were a lot of people that were talking about it in bad faith and stuff like that, and they were just repeating a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah.
Without actually watching it for themselves.
Well, like either they didn't watch it for themselves, or like when they watched it, they purposely misconstrued it almost, and that plays into like the grifting thing, and that is something that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is it all for me, the stuff in the fandom normally loops around to the same guy. I've brought him up on the podcast before. I don't really want to talk about him on this.
Yeah.
But just the general behavior. There's this YouTuber named Star Wars Theory, and I if you want my personal views on that guy, you can check out my Twitter. I've talked about it a little bit.
I know what you're talking about.
There was some bullshittery that came from his side of the fandom during this. I'm not going to say it was his fans or anything because I don't want to directly accuse things with no proof, but like there were some major coincidences.
Yeah, you told me like 5-10 minutes in, you're like, no crap.
No, that was different. That made me angry.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like the stuff with Theory made me angry too, but that was bullshit.
Yeah.
Especially with the
I haven't
legacy
even
of that
watched
fucking
it, and
channel.
I'm not even planning on it anyway.
Don't watch that video. That video is bullshit.
Good.
No. Hell, maybe I'll fucking talk about that. No, one thing that I did talk about was about episode 7, where a lot of people were like, Star Wars Theory made a tweet where he was like, why didn't Soul just grab onto the 2 girls at the very end instead of the 2 bridges that they were on?
Right, exactly.
Because the bridges were heavier.
Yeah.
Which is a great point.
Yeah.
But when you think about it more, it's not.
It's not. Nope.
Because he ended up like trying to defend himself more and try to go more and like describe what the Force is and all this other stuff and like what it is. But what I thought was funny about it was like he kind of talked about the concentration of the Force. Which when you use the Force, you have to concentrate. It doesn't matter if you're a dark side user or a regular Force user.
Right.
You have to fucking concentrate.
Yep.
It's like Green Lantern. Your ring is useless without concentration.
Exactly. The thing about that is, here's a hypothetical. So, say that you put on a movie that you've never seen in your life before, and you turn it on, and it's playing on your TV, like you're paying attention, and then you put headphones on and listen to an audiobook. Now, you're still watching the movie, but you're also listening to the audiobook. Are you able to completely and fully focus enough on both to not miss anything?
No,
You're fucking not.
No, you're not.
Like, not at least not as a regular Force user. Using emotion is stronger, so I feel like there's a little less concentrating there than normal. But it's the same thing with using the Force. You split your concentration two places, it makes it a lot harder for you to do shit.
Oh, yeah.
like, of course he was going to be straining, holding up two things at the same time. Yeah, they were heavy, and they were not helping. Because it's easier to lift a Pebble than it is to lift a fucking T-65 X-Wing.
Right?
Like, we've seen that. But that was also part concentration in Empire. But it's still a matter of strength. You have to build your strength in the Force in order to lift heavier things. Like, it's like working out a muscle.
Yeah.
So, combine the fact that he probably isn't used to lifting like 600, 700 pound things, just like one thing alone, let alone two of them. Like, he probably isn't strong enough in that aspect of the Force to be doing that prolonged.
Yeah.
And so when he's splitting his concentration, it's even harder. But he should have lifted up the girls. Okay, that would have worked out fine with Osha. Osha wanted to go with the Jedi. She wasn't scared of the Force. May was. May literally lit her entire house on fire because of her pure emotion.
Yeah.
She
By
was scared
accident.
of the Jedi. Yeah. Well, it was partially accident.
Well, yeah.
She still lit that fucking thing on fire.
Yeah, she did.
And she dropped the fucking lamp.
It was still arson.
Yeah, it was arson. The outcome was not what she intended.
Right.
So I defend it. I'll defend May with what she did in 7. She was a
me
fucking
too.
kid.
I
she
agree
doesn't
with that.
get it.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't think about her consequences. She's
It was
fucking
only supposed
8
to be
years
a
old.
partial barbecue. It wasn't supposed to be a total barbecue.
Exactly.
You want to see kids dying, dude?
Oh my god, that fucking text that you sent me was so dirty. Oh my god. Okay, what was it? Were we talking about? We were talking about episode 5. Hold on, I'll get back to what I was talking about. I want to fucking share this.
I don't know what
We
you're
were talking about
I'm
episode
scared.
5 because you were like, "Yeah, no, this is really good." Honestly, this is some of the best lightsaber action that we've gotten outside of the Youngling Slayer. See, episode 3. I lost my mind. It's like, oh my god.
I guess we are going there. Yes, I would have loved to see the kid die.
Oh my god.
No disrespect, but how are you going to go to heaven when you say those kind of things? Jesus!
Revenge of the Sith is his favorite movie. Of course he's going to be okay with, like, fictional children dying. It's hard to have that as your favorite.
In general, be like traumatized, like, no!
Well, yeah, but it
No.
normally doesn't happen on screen is the thing.
I know.
Most things, it doesn't happen on screen.
I know. Which,
If we would have seen, like, 20 kids get chopped in half in Revenge of the Sith, I think that there would have been an issue.
I gotta tell you something.
Well, not a personal issue for you,
I gotta tell you
guess.
something real quickly. I saw Ewan McGregor. He was literally hiding his mouth when he say, "I saw him killing younglings," and he tried not to laugh at him.
Yeah,
he knew that line was bad. He knew it, but I respected. I was like, that line didn't look too bad, but that was still funny though. But anyway,
Maybe in future Star Wars we could get a flamethrower scene with kids.
No, please.
Just
No.
Just have a barbecue. Just
Get your bucket list out of here, Matthew. It has no place
exactly.
in Star
Good
Wars.
God. but
Anyway,
but you're right. I mean, he wasn't able to say two girls. He wasn't able to do that because the bridges were heavy. They were so heavy to lift.
Well, the entire thing is, say he would have grabbed onto the girls.
Yeah,
May show that she is more competent with the Force than Osha is.
absolutely.
At least in the physical aspect of it, where she's able to like manipulate things. She showed that at that age.
Yeah.
So, considering the fact that May was freaking the fuck out, May didn't know that Soul was there. Like, May was scared of the Jedi. Like, why would she not lash out at him if all of a sudden he's holding her up in the air? Why would she not? That would make him drop both of them.
Yep.
So just narratively, it doesn't fucking make sense.
No.
But even even just practically, like in theory, like she would have messed it up. She would have ended up getting herself killed if he would have grabbed onto her.
Yep.
I figured it out. We
What?
can go see more Ewoks eat a bunch of younglings.
No,
Dude,
Get
come
the
on.
fuck outta here.
Dude, no, that's wrong.
you're not allowed to like
that's
Star Wars
so
anymore.
wrong.
I don't want to gatekeep, but you're not allowed.
Yeah. You're
You heard it first. Dylan says I can't like Star Wars anymore. That's sure he just said the fandoms for everybody.
My bad. I'm a gatekeeping shill.
I did it.
unfortunate hashtag. Hashtag Matthew likes to see kids die.
Success. Success. Success.
That, sir, is wrong, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
I'm gonna want to change your name in the chat to Youngling Slayer.
Did you see your name?
I think I don't remember what it is.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. I might remember what it is. I just can't. I can't think of it. No,
Anyways.
May was a kid. Like she would have lashed out. She would have freaked out. She would have prevented Soul from holding on to her.
Not
And it
JK,
would've-
she was just kidding around.
I could take stuff out of the spray bank. Do you want me to do that?
No.
Shut up!
No, I
John,
don't.
no, John's been behaved this entire time.
Yes, I have.
John's been sitting over there like a good boy, not making puns.
See, right there. See? That's no, dude. No.
But no, that was one criticism where like I was defending it, and people were like, no, I don't buy into that, and blah 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 blah. It still doesn't make sense, and blah blah blah. and like somebody ended up being like, well, would Kilnaka have been as drained after he pushed back both Torben and Soul? Which, after thinking about it, probably not, because he probably pushed out in one large wave. But say he had, yes, he would have been more drained pushing 2 objects versus just 1.
Right.
That's how it works. And I just, it's, I saw Star Wars Theory saying that it was bad because of that. It's like, you gotta think about why it didn't fucking happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really funny because one comment that I see, I guess I might as well talk about Star Wars Theory right now before I continue to talk about Acolyte, is one criticism that genuine criticism that I see, not like people saying that he's a bad person and just like based on their own morals and stuff like that. They say that it's his job as Star Wars Theory to make a theory about Star Wars. But a lot of the stuff where people like ask him questions about something that he can formulate a theory on, he doesn't actually theorize on it. He looks for reasons why it doesn't work. He doesn't look for reasons why it does work. And I think that when you call yourself a theorist, that's what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Like you try to figure out why it would work. It doesn't matter if you like it or not.
Or at least go both ways and theorize why it doesn't or does work.
Right. I came up with the entire theory about why Soul reached out to grab those bridges.
Yeah.
And it was not hard to pick it up.
Yep.
It boiled down to May's a fucking child. What a freak the fuck out.
Yeah.
That's what it boils down to.
Yeah. And you know who was also great at making movie or TV theories? Your brother. Your brother's good at it too.
So Gavin?
Yeah, Gavin's great. Gavin is great.
I really should have. Gavin, if you're watching this or listening to this,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I should have sent you an invite. I just didn't think about it. I was too excited to talk about this.
Yeah. Hey, Gavin.
I'm sorry. My bad, bro.
Yeah, Gavin, we miss you, buddy. Come back.
Yeah, please do. Before you head back to college.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and even this day, episode 7, it was before to see the finale. It was getting good.
It was great.
Yeah.
I like that. One thing that people were confused about was what the mystery of the show was. Yeah, I didn't get it. A lot of people were confused
Wait,
what the mystery of the show.
what?
Yeah,
Wow.
A lot of people thought that the mystery of the show was who the Sith is. Which, like, yeah, that was a mini mystery
Right.
that got
but-
solved in the first 5 episodes.
Wow.
But, like, after that, they were like, so what's next? It's like, what do you mean, what's next? Stuff is being hidden.
Yeah.
Have you not been paying attention?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what did you come for a Star Wars TV show for? Like, what did you expect? Like,
Well, I mean, it's like, were you watching with your eyes closed?
yeah, exactly.
Like were you, did you skip, like, the first 3 episodes?
Yeah, and also another thing, which I love Sean Chandler, the YouTuber. I love Sean Chandler, but apparently he also was he also either heard reports or read reports that people are still watching the Acolyte because they are hate watching. Like,
Yes, no,
like,
they are.
I'm thinking, Jesus Christ, like either you like it or you don't. Like, do you have to watch it just for hate watching? Like, come on now, like. That's ridiculous.
Well, just if you're going Star Wars or Disney ruined Star Wars is dead or something like that, but you're still watching it, obviously it's not
That
dead.
makes no sense whatsoever. No.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole, but
No,
just
no.
real quick, like, that doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, if you're not going to watch something, if it's dead to you, then it's dead to you. Quit complaining about it. Quit hate watching it.
Just stop watching it then.
Yeah, like, you can spend your time doing things that you like.
Yeah.
You could spend your time rewatching Star Wars that you love or
Yeah,
absolutely.
rereading Star Wars that you
This
love.
can go for any genre or
Yeah.
subject.
I just, like, stop hate watching stuff. I haven't hate watched Velma, and I despise that
That's
show.
what I was gonna say. I
Yeah,
don't
like-
hate watching anything, but if you're gonna hate something, hate Velma.
Yeah, like, I just, like, it was. I've only ever seen one person and talked to one person who liked it.
Thank God.
Like,
I won't even watch it.
yeah, no, he was trying to convince me to do too, and I was like, I don't know if I really want. not after some of the stuff that I see, but Velma's different.
I don't have any energy to watch it. Just if you don't like it, peace and
Yeah, like,
put it out of your mind.
Like, again, like, you can be more productive than that.
Yeah.
Like, you can spend your time being more positive about things instead of forcing yourself to sit down for an hour every week watching a show and then immediately going on Twitter and saying, "Oh, well, this show is garbage. It's horrible. This has killed Star Wars. If there was a final nail, this is it." Like, why are you doing that?
Exactly.
Star Wars is about the battle of good and evil. Quit trying to join the dark side.
Exactly. Like, it's like there's a lesson to be learned from the people who fall to the dark side of the fort or the dark side.
Yeah.
Like it's the entire thing is like they're
Feelings
using
to
their
anger.
emotions and it's
Anger
all
leads to hate.
yeah.
Hate
Yeah.
leads to suffering.
But just when you thought that episode 7 gets you really excited, now we get to episode 8 because I gotta tell you, I was like really excited for episode 8 because I was thinking, okay, I didn't think I was gonna make it like 8 episodes before doing the podcast for tonight. I'm so glad I did because episode 8, my gosh, 2 different fighting
yeah.
sequences between 2 sisters and then the other lightsaber sequences. The lightsaber sequence, yo, so good.
And
I love the lightsaber sequences in episode 8. That was so fantastic.
top notch.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was amazing.
it was.
One of the things that I like about the Acolyte is that they incorporated Osha and May especially. They incorporated the characters into the fighting style.
Yeah.
So like Osha and May, Amanda Sandberg, they wrote a book detailing the characters, their thought processes, and all this, and was constantly questioning why they were making the moves that they were.
Yeah.
And first of all, I just want to point that out because I thought that was really cool. But that especially comes to a head in the 8th episode. Because at first it's kind of uneven fighting. They're kind of taking pot shots at one another. And Osha quickly gets really good at fighting. She hasn't trained in 6 years. She hasn't really done anything. But she gets real good real fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sync up perfectly.
They did.
Yep.
And I was like, this is awesome. This is exactly what I want. This makes perfect sense. This is beautiful. This is amazing characterization told through the fight choreography.
Absolutely.
I loved it.
I did too.
I also want to shout out the guy who played Kamir, Manny Jacinto?
I don't know.
Jacinto? I'm not sure. Again, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. I haven't heard any of these names pronounced before. I don't watch interviews or anything, so that's like the only way I can find out.
Shout out to our guest star in this episode. If you like Supergirl, my dude Martian Manhunter, David Harewood.
He finally showed up.
Nice.
Was not who we were expecting.
So you thought that too?
Well, we had talked about it last week,
Okay,
2 weeks ago, or something
I
like
didn't know
that.
if we had actually talked about. We both thought he was.
Well, that was my guess. My guess was that he was going to be a Sith.
Okay.
I didn't know who he would be, but that was what my guess was going to be. And my guess was that Plagueis was going to show up, which
we did get that right.
we did get that right. Oh man, I had an entire thing planned for introducing the Plagueis.
That was so anticlimactic.
I know. I'm so bummed out about it. Hey, John.
Yes.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No.
I thought not. It's not
No,
a
he
story
doesn't
the
like
Jedi
Revenge
would
of the
tell
Sith.
you.
I-
It's a Sith legend.
Yeah. You should put that in your score pick on this one.
That's how I wanted to talk about Darth Plagueis. Was how I wanted to take that moment opportunity. No, Plagueis shows up. Oh my God! I was screaming. Legit, I was screaming.
You really lost your Sith.
Yeah, I was. My mind was blown. I loved it.
You're not taking it out of the bank for that one, are you?
No, fuck no. I might add that one. Yeah, remind me after this. I'll add it. No, I started screaming. I did a rewatch. I did a rewatch yesterday, and I ended up being like an hour and a half late or something like that to watching the episode, the finale.
Okay, that's why you didn't post in the group chat till 11.
Yeah.
I figured right at 10 you would have been posting.
No. No, I was like watching it because I wanted to do the full rewatch leading up to it. So I didn't get to see it until like an hour and a half later. So it was like 10:30 or like 10:45 or something like around there where Plagueis shows up. Which there's been weird theorizing about it. I think a lot of people haven't gotten it right yet. I also just don't think that people have been able to sit with it just yet. I'll talk about that in a second. But I was fucking screaming at 10:30 last night. I scared the living daylights out of my cat. Because I was laying on the couch. We had been all calm and still for like 3 hours. And he was on my lap, fully sprawled out, passed out, super happy. You can see him smiling. I saw that hand creep around the edge of the cave entrance.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And then you see the orange eyes start to peek out. And I went, yeah! Super loud. And just, whoosh, like tore up into the air. I scared like 4 lives out of my cat last night.
Did you scare anybody else?
I don't know. I didn't get a text from my roommate.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering about.
No, nothing was said. But I was like cheering, like nothing in Star Wars has gotten me.
Nice.
I've had celebratory. Yes, thank God. Like when Hemlock dies in the end of season 3 of Bad Batch. He got what he's fucking come to it. I fucking celebrated. I was partying.
When Rocket woke back up in Guardians.
Yeah, no, like it was emotional. I just,
Symbol.
yeah, no, like
I lost it for that.
I didn't even lose. I wasn't super okay with it. I was definitely feeling it.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know, there was screaming when Tobey Maguire came on screen. In the way.
Yeah, I believe it. A lot of people get rowdy in theaters, and I feel like that's the kind of stuff that I'm okay with. For the most,
Yeah.
I still don't think that it should
Right.
I still constantly think
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite moments. I think about that all the time. I'm super emotional about that scene. It's nothing compared to this.
Honestly, that character looked very familiar, and I was thinking, huh, he looks so familiar. Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't know 100% who that was, but I figured that's who it was.
He's a mute.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, I didn't know about that. Yeah, I never knew what he looked like, but when I seen him, I was like, this has got to be who I thought it was.
Yeah. No, it's Legacy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, because I don't know what the species is, but Legacy. If it wasn't gonna be Plagueis, it was gonna be Plagueis.
Okay.
Because that's the right time period. Either one.
Yeah, because if it's 100 years before Phantom Menace, like
Yes.
anytime in the next within 50 years, he'll find Palpatine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because Palpatine was probably like 50 years.
Yeah, he was. I think it was. Oh, wait, no. He ended up being well over 100.
That's what. Yeah.
So I think that he probably came across. I haven't read the. I haven't read the.
Right. So he probably found him like.
I think it's pretty young.
Yeah.
I'm expecting.
And I guess mutants live longer too.
Yeah.
That's what Jacob said. He said they have 3 hearts. Okay. Well, I guess what happens is like when one heart shuts down, another one starts or something. I don't know. I don't know about
Interesting.
anything Legends or anything like that.
I'd have to look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
But that sounds about right. I've at least heard the 3 hearts.
Yeah. He said they live like 200, 250, something like that.
Yeah. That'd be fine. Plus he looks.
Yeah.
For him. Like,
I didn't know we've ever gotten one.
we got them in.
Oh.
You wouldn't have realized it because it was them met with.
Okay.
Yeah, his name.
Yeah.
But the people who lead the banking clan
Yeah.
are mutants.
Okay.
So this was the first time that we.
I need to rewatch Clone Wars and Rebels again.
I've been watching
Yeah.
That's what I've been getting.
I listen to a new album every time I work out.
But yeah, but I got a feeling that he might be the sneak peek for like season 2.
That is guaranteed a big part of season 2 if they do it. It's almost guaranteed.
Have
Yeah.
to. The
Yeah.
fact that they've repeatedly done season finale stuff, which you'd be like, oh well, they might have just had high hopes and just said season. They purposely did not say that the finale to Moon Knight season 1 was a season.
Right. All the other ones said series finale.
Yes.
WandaVision.
Yeah, it was either series finale or it was.
Right.
But like Moon Knight, they had put out a tweet saying season finale.
Yes.
Then deleted it and said.
Yeah.
So they've avoided certain terms before that they weren't going to review a
Hawkeye
show or
said
weren't
finale.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting stuck in season.
Yeah.
Good.
And,
Leslie has been talking this entire time about how she wanted to produce multiple seasons.
and like I said, it's guaranteed, like 98% guaranteed for season 2. Because it's not even Star Wars. Any TV show where they introduce a character at the last season, especially if it's a new character like that, means they're going to be a bigger part of the next season. It's not. It's a normal TV standard.
It was confirmed that we were going to get 2 Sith.
Yes.
By the end of the season.
Yeah.
And one thing
Yeah.
a lot of people were like, oh, well, he's not Sith.
I've heard he was a Knights of Ren.
See, that's different. I don't think that will happen. I will bring that up. Ties back to the
Okay.
Ben Solo.
Yeah, we're at an hour 10 right now, so.
So I won't get into that. That's the reason why a lot of people were. Because Kylo's theme.
Okay. Okay.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, yeah, he's a Sith." None of the branding about him has been Sith. Leslie said that he's a Sith. Manny said that he's a Sith. Just because he doesn't directly say, "I'm a Sith," doesn't mean he's not a Sith.
Right.
Like, fucking think about it for just a second. Like, yes, we've seen other people wield red lightsabers. That's also during the prequels. That's when we have a Sith assassin, and that's when we have Inquisitors. Everybody else is a Sith. At this point, we don't have Inquisitors, and the closest that we got to a fucking Sith assassin in this was May.
Right.
She didn't even have a blade.
Right. And at this point, the Sith they weren't even brought back up till Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So they are completely in hiding right now.
Well, there was a lot of that. I'll get to the lore break. I knew another Sith was going to show. You're exactly right. The fact that they showed him right there and it. That is Kamir's master. Let's get that out of the fucking way. That's who's been doing. Secondly, a lot of people have been asking the question, why was Plagueis there?
Mm-hmm.
Of course he's going to be checking in and keeping an eye on his apprentice to make sure that his apprentice isn't because that's the entire thing. Sith are constantly trying to overthrow the other one.
Kamir is
Staying power is by making sure that somebody can't throw you out of power.
either Kamir is going to die or he's going to go off on his own, and that's when Palpatine comes along.
Yeah, I think that.
I do too. Yes.
That's. I was correct about that. Like an hour. I'm also right on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why the, like he's not just holding out there. He's not living with Kamir. Why would Kamir bring somebody there who's trying to pick up his acolyte if his master's also there? He knows the rule too.
Jacob said it's the island of Abora.
I can't remember, but it is a world from Legends.
It's where, well, apparently the island of Abora, what Jacob was saying is, it is basically Plagueis's mad scientist lab, where he does all his experiments for like midi-chlorians to extend life.
I will look this up.
Because I do know people are saying they brought a lot of Legend stuff canon into this.
Yeah, they did.
Okay. Is that the little...
Yeah, like the little badger dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt stupid because when I first saw the planet, like the initial shot, I was like, is this the planet Luke was on in Force Awakens?
That was a thought. A lot of people thought that.
Yeah.
But Leslie had. What I'm seeing is. Yeah, so people thought that it was Baldemic. And I fully believe that that's where it is. I don't think that is Plagueis' Island. I think that it's literally just like Plagueis was only there to check in on Kamir. Like, because power too. Like, he has to check his apprentice's power. That's the relationship between apprentices and masters and Sith. They're constantly trying to overthrow one another. It's the reason why there's only ever two Sith.
Because they're always popping off and murdering each other.
Yeah. If somebody else has more power, you're trying to fucking kill them. Like, that's just the rinse and repeat of the Sith way.
Yeah.
But no, like a lot of people were confused about that. I thought that was obvious. Like I just like the power of the two is such a big thing in this show. You would have thought that somebody would register that the power of the two was also the reason why Plagueis was there. Like he's not gonna want his apprentice having his own apprentice. That means that he might lose his fucking power.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I love this. It was so good.
Yeah.
I love how everything. I love how everything resolved. I loved how open ended everything was. Again, I really loved everything about the show. I love the characters. I loved it for its flaws, and I love the choreography, the music, the designs. I thought were amazing.
Yeah.
Um,
I do want to get to one more thing.
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was so happy that at the ending of episode 8, Yoda shows up.
Yeah.
I was so happy because I was just thinking, is he going to be part of the story? Is he going to be part of it? Like,
Involved in the cover-up, he is.
yeah. Like, I read something what it said. Some cameos of what to expect for episode 8, which I have not read the headline, thank God. All I saw was some unexpected cameos that you see in episode 8. One in particular that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
I did not expect that Yoda was going to show up. I did not predict that. And I love it. I love it.
I didn't think that he was going to show up either because Leslie was like, "Oh yeah, no, there's not. We're not really doing cameos with this. Like, they're almost all original characters with the exception of Vernestra."
Yeah.
And then we got Ki-Adi-Mundi in episode 4.
Yeah. Young Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Yeah. Which, by the way, not lore breaking. There's been some misconceptions. That's not lore breaking. He didn't have a definite, this is the year that he was born in canon. So they didn't change canon or anything. Like, his previous birth date was Legends. It was non-canon.
Ah, I see.
Right. There were a lot of lore-breaking issues like about that, and it honestly pissed me off. But no, Ki-Adi-Mundi was in it. Obviously, we got Plagueis. We got motherfucking Yoda. And as a puppet, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so happy about that.
Yeah. I mean, I like CGI Yoda, but as puppet Yoda, yes, sign me up.
I just hope that the puppet that they use for Yoda for Acolyte looks better than Ketamine Yoda from Phantom Menace. Like,
I didn't think
dude
it was that
on
bad.
some,
I didn't think design was that bad.
I mean, it was okay. Like, I could see where they were going with it,
Okay.
but I just, for a character that doesn't age a whole lot, or at least wouldn't have aged a whole lot between Phantom Menace and Empire, he should not have looked like that.
Oh, okay.
Like, if it would have been like Yoda, like 304 years before, like that would have been one thing.
Yeah.
But this is like 20, 30 years before.
Right.
Like, he looked weird. I would have expected that look to come after Empire. Like,
Well, yeah, true.
like if he would have lived another 200 years,
I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
But
he
Still
just-
waiting for a Sith Gungan in live action.
we're not getting it in live action.
The Lego.
But yeah, Darth Jar Jar is happening. I'm so happy about it. I can't. I try not to buy Lego or anything like
Yeah.
that, but they're coming out with the Dark Millennium Falcon, and Darth Jar Jar is in it, and I've want it so bad. I can't wait for it.
But yeah,
I'm gonna be shelling that 200.
yeah, the voice actor though that played Yoda, I just love that voice actor, and it's not
Frank
just
Oz.
and it's not just because I grew up watching Sesame Street. It's not just because of that. I have no idea that he also voiced Grover. I had
Yeah.
no idea. I thought that is so cool. You voiced the show I love as a child, and your voice as the legendary character from Star Wars. That's
Yeah.
cool. I love it.
Do you guys have any final thoughts, or should we close this out?
I loved it. It's a great show. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was phenomenal. I think
Don't listen to the hate.
yeah.
Form your own
Yeah,
opinion.
don't listen to hate. If this is the first thing that you're seeing about this show, please check it out.
Yes.
Like we're not saying that you're gonna like it.
We're saying give it a shot.
Yeah, we're saying give it a shot. Go in with an open mind. Don't listen to what other people say. Don't even listen to what we're saying. Don't take what we're saying to heart.
Absolutely.
Make your own opinion. But one final comment that I want to make about the show, aside from how amazing it is, like I loved it. I really did. Two comments. One, I like how this both brought the community together and in other ways destroyed the community. Which that it being destroyed was external. It wasn't directly because of the show. I thought that was really interesting. But I'm also really happy with this because it's the first almost completely original piece of live action Star Wars show that we've gotten since Mandalorian season 1.
That's true. That's true.
Everything else has been attached to something.
Yeah, like obviously there's a second and third season of Mandalorian, but Mandalorian season 2 could have still fallen into that. Like I could have said since season 2, but it was so chock full of references and cameos and Easter eggs.
Ahsoka, Luke.
Ahsoka and Luke and Ahsoka. The show was tied to Rebels, and we had
essentially
Andor.
Rebels
That
season 5.
Yeah. Andor was a prequel to Rogue One, and Obi-Wan Kenobi was a sequel to Revenge of the Sith. This was the first almost completely original thing that we've gotten on screen.
Yep.
Since Mando and Rogue One.
Mando season 1.
Rogue One was kind of original too.
Well, yeah, but Mando season 1 came after Rogue One.
Right, yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Those were like the two only real originals.
Yeah, it really was. That was basically it.
Solo, kind of. In a way.
Kind of.
But
It's
still is
more built on an established character.
Yes.
Like,
So
that's the
really
reason
just
why I don't
Rogue
really
One and
include
Mando in
Andor.
this.
Yeah. I liked that. That was something that I really liked. I think that was really refreshing for Star Wars as a franchise, and I really hope that they keep up with stuff like this.
And I hope we keep going further back in time.
I will wait for the Old Republic movie to come out,
I still want a Nihilus.
or the Dawn of the Jedi movie at least.
I still want Nihilus.
I'm sure that something will happen with Nihilus at some point. I don't know exactly what, but I'm sure something will happen.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, please make sure to drop us a review if you're listening to this on audio platforms. Please make sure to give us feedback, whether it's good or bad. Remember, don't be a dick in the comments.
Yes.
We appreciate actual criticism, not just, you guys are dumb. Like, please be nice and respectful. We're nice and respectful of other people's opinion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Remember to hit that bell so you can see when we post new videos.
Yeah. We're trying to lock our schedule back down, so hopefully things get more under control here soon. It's just
Dropping at least 2 videos a week.
yeah. We've got some pretty big episodes coming up.
We've rescheduled a couple.
Yeah. At the end of this month, we have our Deadpool and Wolverine review coming out. We will be reviewing My Adventures with Superman. We're going to be reviewing
Cape Crusader.
Cape Crusader,
The Penguin.
the Penguin.
Our James Bond episode is now in December to coincide with the Goldfinger 60th anniversary.
Okay. I'm glad because I haven't gotten started on my
Yeah.
rewatch of everything yet.
Yeah, thank goodness. Yeah.
I'm gonna need some time.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I'm kind of dropping this on you,
Yeah.
but we're doing a 20th anniversary review rewind of the Batman 2004.
Oh, the
Animated.
TV series?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah! I'm all for it.
We're
Yeah.
going to do that to coincide with 2 years away from the Batman Part 2 in October 2024.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And also, Twister's also going to be coming very soon with our review for that one.
That's
I
coming
got
this week.
yeah.
It comes out tomorrow night.
Yeah. And also
Well, not the episode, the movie.
yeah, exactly. right. By the time whenever this episode actually gets uploaded.
By the time this episode comes up, the movie will be out, not our episode.
Right. And also
We're trying to confuse me.
my Phineas and Ferb Season 3 review, which also will be coming very, very soon, which if you guys have not yet checked out Phineas and Ferb Season 1 and 2, please do. I love the show. It's one of my favorites. I cannot wait for Season 5, so please give us some feedback on what you think of those and all of our episodes that we actually have done. Believe us, Season 2, we have so much fun doing Season 2, and we want to keep the podcast growing, so I hope you enjoy it.
2 more movie reviews we got coming up in the next few weeks. Borderlands.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
Alien Romulus.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, which means that it's time for you to watch all the Alien movies, buddy.
I still have.
But yeah, we thank you guys for watching. Keep pursuing your love of movies and TV.
Yep.
Be passionate about your fandom.
Yeah. Just don't be crazy.
Show what you love. Don't dwell on what you hate.
Yes, please. You can spend your energy doing so much more than screaming because you think that something was redacted or retconned.
Yeah.
Like you can spend your energy on so many other things. Spend it on being more positive, please.
It could be said for anything you love, but for the sake of this podcast, we are a movie podcast. We'll just say this: spread love about what you like. Don't talk about what you hate. World's crazy enough as is. Just spread more love.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We thank you guys for watching, and we will see you back in a few days with more new stuff.
See you in a few days, and may the force be with you.
Bye, everybody.
God bless.
We have been the Cinema Asylum Podcast. You guys were awesome. Thanks for coming out. Good night.